Good morning, students. Welcome to the session of virtual classes of Oscar Public School. Students, today we will revise a supplementary reader chapter, chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. All of you open an alien handbook, chapter number 1. The Tiny Teacher. Children, I will tell you the summary first of all. Then we will discuss question answers. Children, the Tiny Teacher story teaches us about the tiniest teacher we can learn from. It tells us about the ant who can be a great teacher if we look closely. An ant is a creature that can teach us great things about how to become disciplined and more. There are so many, yet they fulfill their duties with full dedication. In fact, they carry out their task very sincerely. They are also very hardworking and intelligent. Children, they perform their duties from a cleaner to a soldier. The ant inhabit an ant hill where there are hundreds of little rooms and passage for all the ants. They have a queen ant who lay eggs that become perfect ants. The queen learns from all the duties from the old ant and get ready to survive in the world. Children, they are the creature who teaches us a lot of great things. Children, this story of Tiny Teacher is about an ant's life which is totally remarkable. It is smallest yet the wisest creature we see in our daily life. They live in comfortable homes that made hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of the rooms, the queen ant lays eggs where the rest of the rooms are nurseries for young ants. The house of ant is free of quarrels as everyone carries out their duty peacefully. We see how each ant has certain duties and they do it responsibly. Thus, they all lead peaceful life. There are people who we can call ant keepers. They keep ants in their pets. They do so to document their daily behavior and observe them closely. Ants have feelers which they use to communicate or greet other ants. The red and black one are the most common type of ants. There are various types of ant children. Children, the mother of the entire population of ants of a colony is the queen ant. Who is the mother of entire population of ant? She is the queen ant. Children, queen ant has got a pair of wings that it get rid of after the wedding flight. Soon after it lays eggs that go through the life cycle from grubs to cocoon and finally perfect ant. So we can see how it takes about 5 to 6 weeks to complete the procedure. The soldier ant guard eggs on becoming grubs. Similarly, the workers ant, they carry the grubs from airing, exercise, sunshine. The new ants take on the job of soldiers, builders, cleaners, and more. The same ants receive training for a few weeks before going out to work. We see how they work in such a systematic way, children. In such a systematic manner. We can learn so many things from tiny teacher, whether it is a hard work, sense of duty, care, discipline. They are great teachers. Children, they are very loyal. They may be little, but they are very significant creature, teaching a great deal of to everyone. Children, at last I want to say that even though they are tiny, the ants are a big teacher to us, who teaches us hard work, duty, discipline, cleanliness, loyalty, and more with their action and live their life. Children, this is the summary of Tiny Teacher. Go through the chapter thoroughly. Now, we will discuss question answers. All of you, open page 5, comprehension check. Question number 1. How long does it take for a gerb to become a complete ant? Children, the gerb takes in 3 to 6 weeks to become cocoon and then to be a complete ant. Second question says, why do the worker ant carry the gerbs about? Children, the gerbs are carried about daily for airing, exercise, and sunshine. Question number 3. Name what job are new ants trained for? Children, the new ant learn their duties from old ant as workers, soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. Question number 4. Name some other creatures that have an ant hill. What is the answer, children? Some other creatures that live in ant hills are beetles, lesser breed of ants, and open fly. Children, the other creatures that live in ant hills are beetles, lesser breed of ants, and open fly. Clear, everyone? Last question. Mention 3 things we can learn from the tiny teacher. 3 things you have to tell which we learn from the tiny teacher. Give reason for choosing these items. Children, we can learn from the tiny ants the lesson of hard work, sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, loyalty, and care for young ones. These lessons are necessary for the happiness and smooth working of the society. Children, human learn as much as ant have told us. We have to learn it. We have to learn from them, from the tiny teacher, and hard work, sense of duty, discipline, cleanliness, care of young ones, and above all, a firm loyalty to the land where we live. These were the duties that we can learn from the tiny and the lesson of hard work, sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, care for young ones. These lessons are necessary for the happiness and smooth working of the society. I hope this chapter is clear to you, all of you. Now your homework is to learn question answers as well as go through the chapter 2-3 times. Children, this time MCQ paper will be there, so go through the chapter thoroughly. Line wise read the chapter so that you can answer the MCQs properly. Okay, now let's begin chapter number 2 now. Chapter number 2, bringing up Kari. Children, Kari here is a small baby elephant that is of 5 month old, and the narrator, that is the writer, brought him up. He is a 9 years old. The narrator was a 9-year-old child who was given a duty to look after a 5-month-old elephant named Kari. Children, in the first 2 years, the boy could reach the back of the elephant with very easily. Kari lived in a pavilion with a thatched roof. Children, what is pavilion? Children, pavilion is a building at a sports ground. You can turn the page and see the picture. What is pavilion here? See above, this is a pavilion over here where Kari lived with a thatched roof. Kari fed on 40 pounds of twig to chew and play with. Kari was taken to a river for a bath by the narrator, who was his friend. He rubbed sand on Kari's back for an hour. Then he was put in water. Kari enjoyed bathing and having a long bath. He would come out with pleasure and shining skin. While coming back, the narrator led him by the ear to the border of the jungle. Children, the narrator, that is a child, went inside the jungle, leaving Kari at the border to collect lustrous twigs, that is soft twigs, for his dinner. Children, the narrator, the child, says that he had to be very careful while breaking the twigs because elephants don't like to eat dissorted twigs. One spring day in March, when the narrator was gathering food from the banyan tree, he heard Kari's call. He rushed to the border where he had left Kari, but did not find Kari there. Who ran, children? The child, the narrator, ran towards the border. The narrator sensed that the Kari was in danger. He rushed to the river bank. First he thought that some black creatures was struggling to get out of the water. When the creature rose a little above from water, the narrator realized that it was the Kari's trunk. As he was drowning, he thought. Who thought, children? The narrator thought that Kari was drowning in the river. They both struggled to get the boy to the shore. Children, what they realized at the last, that Kari was not drowning, but he jumped into the river to save the boy who got drowned in the river. Kari was trying to save that boy who got drowned in the river. They both struggled to get the boy to the shore. Kari saw the narrator was getting swept away by the current, that is, by the waves of the river. He rushed in the water and spread out his trunk around his neck. He pulled both the narrator as well as this young boy to the river bank. Next day, the narrator tells the readers about the act of Kari. Kari was like a baby. He was naughty, children. Second instance I am telling you about. He had to be trained to be disciplined. One day, somebody fed Kari with ripe bananas, and ever since he developed a great love for banana. From then, only Kari loved to eat bananas. Few days long, children on the dining table in the fruit bowl, bananas were placed, but Kari used to steal that bananas from the window. First of all, the family thought that the servants were eating, but when the fruits continued to disappear, family thought that this narrator was eating. But the narrator was so innocent that he could not convince his parents that he was not stealing the fruit. The elders were ignorant of Kari's act. Then only one day Kari was stealing the bananas. He pulled his trunk through the window to catch the bananas. There only the narrator saw it. As he was thinking about his parents, thought that he was a thief. He is eating all the fruit. That only he saw that Kari's trunk was out from the window and he was about to steal the bananas. Unaware, Kari was unaware that he was stealing. The narrator followed Kari to his pavilion and he investigated that he found mashed bananas in his pavilion. He pulled Kari's ear and revealed the truth to his parents. He scolded Kari for his act, and after that Kari never stole any banana. He understood that his mistake was there as he was scolded. Children, the narrator wanted to teach Kari the lesson during his childhood. Children, Kari, on the other hand, was very fast learner. Very soon he learned the words Dhat and Mali. Children, Dhat was a signal to sit down and Mali meant to walk. What is Dhat? Dhat means to sit down, whereas Mali meant to walk. Kari learned the word Mali very fast, but it took almost 3 weeks to learn the word Dhat. Children, the narrator says that the most difficult thing to teach an elephant is the master's call. Children, Kari took 5 years to learn it properly. The master call is signal to save oneself. If one gets lost in the jungle, it is a kind of strange hissing and howling sound, as if a snake and the tigers are fighting with each other. Once the elephant heard this sound, they will pull down all the tree in front of them and scare all the animals like monkeys and stag. Even the tigers feel scared of elements. This is the master signal, children. That is called the master call. It is the master call is a signal to save oneself if one get lost in the jungle. Even the tigers feel scared of elephants, children. They make an easy way for home even in wild area. Kari learned this also, children. That is called the master call. I hope you all have understood this chapter, children. Yes, now your homework is to learn the question answers and go through this chapter 2-3 times. Beta, again and again I'm telling you that go through the chapters thoroughly, because MCQ will come from inside the chapters. So read the chapters well, understand it. Okay, short questions that is MCQ type will come from between the chapters. Clear everyone? Children, test will be posted in the query time. You all will attempt the test and send me. Thank you children. Have a nice day.